Elijah Sarratt, 22 years old, 6'2", 210 pounds, wide receiver, Indiana. Did not participate at the combine. The kind of report was he just coming off the national championship game. Didn't have enough time to train. Fair enough. I'm sure he'll participate at his pro day. Uh, 3 years as a starter in his total career, he's had 200 receptions, 2,978 yards, 31 touchdowns. 15 of those came in 2025, 3 drops in 2025. In short, the positives: he's a physical wide receiver. He wins pretty consistently in 50-50 situations and in back shoulder situations. He's really good back shoulder. They use that a lot at Indiana. Very productive, obviously. You hear the stats basically, in 3 years as a starter, 3,000 yards, 31 touchdowns. It's basically 1,010 on average every season. Not a lot of drops. He performs in big, create a ton of separation deep, and he's not fast. I would have to assume he would not post one of the better times if he did run at the combine, just to be totally honest. So let's go back. Let's start going through some of the tape here. So we got a moment here. Tie game, fourth quarter against Iowa. 1:36 left. And we're about at midfield. Top of the screen here. Off coverage, little slant. Break a tackle. To the house. Game-winning touchdown. It's a big one there. Okay, next, bottom of the screen again. He's going to run kind of like a sluggo or basically a fade. He doesn't really run much of a sluggo here, but gives the kind of slant idea to this DB, but ends up breaking it upfield. This is a young corner. I believe he's a true freshman. He's kind of caught with his feet in quicksand, not ready for it. Sarratt takes advantage, runs by him, scores the touchdown. It's good stuff. Okay, next. We're here highlighted by the TV broadcast, working against number one at the time, Ohio State. Obviously, bunch of studs on this defense. And we're going to run a slot fade. Team's down by 4, by the way, in the second half. Go up, make a contested catch. Put our team ahead in a big game here in the conference championship. Hand fighting, not really separating, right? But does a good job making the play. All right, next play here. Again, tie game, fourth quarter, 6.5, maybe not. All right, next play. Okay, top of the slot here. Okay, excuse me. Not slot, top of the screen. Is he going to run basically a fade with it's kind of like a stop route, right? So he's given that DB fade all day, and Mendoza's just pretty much going to throw it like a back shoulder ball here. He's going to kill the route and come back, make the play. Same thing here. Let's go back. Top of the screen. So you can go back in the video if you'd like and see this often. He false steps literally every play, right? So this is going to be a highlight, but just that false step is okay if you're in a press situation, but he does it almost every play, even in off coverage, and it's going to make you accelerate slower, right? It just inhibits your ability to get into your route faster. It's okay in press situations. Maybe you have to throw a release at this DB. I'm actually pretty surprised that's still in his game for where he's at, where he played, what he's accomplished. Some guys in the NFL do this, but like I said, you really only see it in press situations when you get off coverage. That you don't want to see that. So play. I like when they motion Sarratt quite a bit. I think, early in his NFL career, excuse me, he can get a lot of success from this. Let's go back. Top of the screen here, line of the scrimmage. So he's lined up on the ball. He's going to run a speed out again, and he's just going to do a good job kind of getting onto this DB's outside shoulder, winning in leverage, breaking it. Subtle push off, not enough to throw the flag. Again, savvy stuff by a receiver, being able to pull that move off, not get flagged. Again, not a ton there. Good job getting open and attacking his leverage. Okay, top of the screen, obviously you see the arrow here. He's lined up on the ball. Does a really good job working open in zone. Right, not open, keeps working around that linebacker, getting himself open for the quarterback and getting some pretty nice rack on top of that as well. See that other angle here? I like that. That's good. Pick up another 10, 15 as well. All right. Some of the negatives. What we have on film is pretty much just him not separating, obviously, the false steps. You can see that throughout the video. But these are one's a slant. We have two kind of back shoulder throws that are just really well covered. Most of the time he makes the play, but you see it on quite a bit of his routes, like 15-yard dig and things like that. He's just really not open all that often. He doesn't create a ton of separation. Now, with that being said, when he does get targeted, even though he's covered, he does a good job making the play. But we'll see how that translates at the next level. So, slant, honestly kind of wins, but the DB is there. He makes a play on us, and maybe we could have caught that, but you know. With that being said, I do think he's a pretty solid route runner. He's just not a great athlete, and I think when DBs get hands on him, especially deep, or they're stride for stride, they kind of keep it. So, yeah, like what he's about, contested, like what he's about in quick game, honestly. Yeah, solid player, maybe, late second, third, fourth round talent, in my opinion.